Sit down and enjoy
Mac
it.
Miller's here.
It's about relaxation and meditation.
Oh, yeah,
I just
here we
made
go.
I just made a stupid Macklemore joke, thinking it was the most original shit ever, and then I realized you probably get that all day.
What, the
every day.
Macklemore joke?
Yeah, I was like, yo, I like your new song, Macklemore, and I was like, ha ha ha, and then he's like, yo, you know what?
No, I wasn't even supposed. Hey, you know what? This is the thing is, I remember when I first started. There was this whole like, white rappers can't like white rappers. It's like this rule.
Oh
you know?
yeah, I promoted that
rule?
for 20 years.
He's like, no, and it was true. It was kind of like when you know it is how it was, but you get that shit's got to go.
Yeah, of
listen to me.
course.
Like, it's
Rosenberg's whole existence, right? His whole life.
Yes,
Right? I gave to him.
for sure. That's what,
I didn't know that's where you're going.
And
And
then my second gift
Oh.
was the introduction to white rappers who were on the bubble at the time.
right.
This was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going. But keep
He
going.
didn't know who Asher Roth was.
You introduced me to Asher.
Oh, don't tell. Hey, you know what he said to
There's
me
a
when
lie.
I
By the
first
way, that
came
was just
out?
a bold-faced lie.
Hey, you remember this? You remember this? You remember what you said when I
Yeah.
first came out?
Yeah, that you were like a watered down Asher Roth or something like that.
Yeah, sure. You're like, well, I don't get how this is different.
No, I don't think that was exactly what I
That's
said.
what you said. You said, I said,
No wonder he doesn't fuck with you.
At
D.
the time, I meant it. I didn't know who he was at the time.
Right.
We've talked about this before.
Right.
But he basically exploded in like to the public eye in like a week, and I just had one of those hater moments where I'm
Right.
like, why is everyone telling me about this one
Everybody.
person?
You have that moment with everybody.
I do.
Thing.
Particularly
No, you have
white
that-
rappers, though.
No, but you have that moment with anything that people like. Automatically, you go, nah, fuck that.
If it didn't come through him,
If it
that's
didn't
why.
come through you,
Not just if it didn't come through me.
especially
Yes.
white rappers.
Especially
But-
white,
but-
and especially if it didn't come through me, but not exclusive to those things.
But now the reality situation is like, for instance, bringing it back to the point of the original
full circle.
bow.
Yo, look at you.
I don't know, you know, I took classes.
He's good. He's good.
Is that you know, people always, oh, what do you think about Macklemore? Like like, are you little, because he's killing it now. I'm like, nah, he's
killing it. Yeah,
that's
good.
awesome. And he's a good dude too. Like he, you know, it's just like, that's fine. Like,
I want to. Two things I'd like to do. One, fuck Macklemore. I don't know him, right? But
You want to? The first thing you want to do is
Why
fuck
say that?
Macklemore.
I don't know him. I don't know him.
You mean
Don't
to
just say
and
you don't know him.
And I'm cool with Ak Iller right now.
No,
right?
no,
So
but
you're
we can't-
hold on.
No,
so
no,
you're
no,
because,
no.
I got you. So because Macklemore's not here, but another, you're going against everything that
I
he
just
just said. We don't have to say fuck Macklemore
Right.
to like Mac Miller.
Right.
Oh, we don't?
No.
No.
Damn.
We can just
Apologize to
everyone.
Macklemore.
It can just be cool.
Yeah,
it
it's
can
fine.
just be cool.
It's all good.
It is cool.
Because it is, yeah, like
it is
Why
cool.
would it not be cool?
There's no
Because
issue.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's plenty of beef between black rappers. I need white rapper beef.
Oh, but the white rapper
That's what
beef's
has to
worse.
happen.
Here's what you're missing. The same reason, like it's the crab in a barrel shit. Since white rappers were traditionally the minority in hip hop, they had the most beef.
Right.
The
But it
real,
was-
like you see, like fuck this.
But
guy.
it was awkward beef.
awkward.
Like it
you
wasn't
and Yellow Wolf when you
beef.
bumped into each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Here.
It wasn't on wax. Like it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like oh, we gonna settle this. It was like the type of thing where it was like quiet, like
Sincere.
No, I just don't want him to win because I am the white rapper.
There's only so many
there,
white
there can
rapper
only
slots.
be me. But to be real, it's just like, you know, like it doesn't have to be like that. Like I just seen Yellow Wolf at the show, and we chopped it up and everything cool. We watched the Nas show, and Nas shouted us out on stage, which was kind of tight. You know, I was like,
Very tight.
I'm sitting there
Where was
watching
this?
the show in Austria.
Okay.
So we're sitting there watching the show, and then all of a sudden, you know, Nas is rocking, and he's like, yeah, shout out Mac Miller, Yellow Wolf one time. I was like, kinda
Yo.
crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's
Wow.
but that's because Pasta Noose, not to flex one time.
Yeah,
No,
no.
flex on him. Flex
Name
on
drop
him.
it.
Not
Let's
to
go.
flex one. Can I flex?
Drop it, bomb. Yo, somebody wake up, Flex.
No.
He can't do this by himself.
But not to flex. Like that's the because I'm sitting there watching the Pasta News show, and he starts freestyling, and he's like da, when I come through, you know, some get played.
I like that you said when I come through.
When I
It's like, even
that's
for
the freestyle.
Freestyle line.
That's my fallback.
Yeah, me too.
When I
Gotta have
come
that.
through, you know, some, you know, I ain't playing with toys. I'm out here. Shout out Mac Miller, big boy. I was like, you know.
Wow.
So
That's
that
crazy.
was just see those two anecdotes had nothing to do with anything, but you see how it just elevated my level of respect in the game, like
Yes,
No, it was ill.
crazy.
Not only did he make sure there was no white rapper beef,
Yep, cleared
he
it up.
then name dropped some of the hottest cats to come before him.
But unless you-
shouting him out
Right.
without actually name dropping, but did it in a story. You should learn from him.
But unless you change what's happened here so far, Ebro, the subject of this interview thus far is Ebro says fuck Macklemore.
That's the headline. That is the headline.
right now.
And that's how they do it.
Yo, let's get it
Why?
on.
Why?
Let's get it on.
That can't
Yo,
be.
I'm gonna take
Gotta
it
be
a step
some
further.
It's got to be some Northwest, some
Yeah,
America,
Northwest
some
beef,
Northern
dog.
Portland.
You know what I mean?
Portland, Seattle.
Portlandia.
Portland.
But this is the thing is that this is the thing. Like this is why there's no point in hating, because in reality, I was just talking. I'm not actually name dropping. I was just talking with someone about this.
Okay.
Because in reality, no one's about to really do anything. Like everyone's rap. Like no one. Like everyone's a rapper. And to be Macklemore is a nice, good person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I gonna sit here and be like, nah, bro, like you winning? I'm supposed to be
Well, I
winning.
will say this though: there are times in hip hop, and I'm not saying this about Macklemore. I think he's a cool dude.
Oh, this is getting crazy.
I don't know his music well
Listen,
enough.
I done baited everyone in. Everyone.
But if someone had said, no, if someone wanted to say Macklemore's a nice guy, blah blah, but there was a line about him in this review I read of whatever that big Paid Dues, and there was something they said about like his sort of friendly vibe that you are allowed to think is corny if you don't like
Right,
that.
that's
in
what
hip-hop.
happened.
That you're allowed to think Thrift Shop's corny, even though it's good. You're allowed to, and I don't. I think it's a fun song. I
No,
don't care
it's
one way,
cool
but
to have an opinion.
So
And this is the
confused.
thing.
I'm so
It's cool.
confused.
You'll catch up. I'll give you the notes like in about 5 minutes. You'll catch
Puerto
right
Ricans
up.
don't have this. Y'all love each other. It's different.
But the thing is that
Stir in the pot.
the thing is that look at me when I came. You know, like I had the friendly but he corny thing like
That's
that.
why I hate you.
Right.
That's why I had to.
But that's there's a difference between genuinely hating on something and having an opinion.
Yes.
Like you
True.
cannot like
Very
a song. Like for instance, like I have no problem with this person, but I don't like this song. And you want to tell me
You don't say. You can say that because I tried to say that before, and guess what happened?
Nicki Minaj and you fell out so crazy.
I
Fell
wasn't-
out. They were never in.
We weren't ever really in, but I wanted to be.
But you know,
We're
but,
sorry
but
that day.
this is difference is that when sometimes like to be honest, when it comes from media to rap, because I've freaked out on media, not even saying like, I've definitely tweeted some writers and told them to suck a dick or whatever.
Of course.
Definitely.
I respect it.
You
I've
know,
done it.
because at the end of the day, bro, like you put so much into what you're doing, and then the feeling you get is like, who is this person just because he's typing something? How do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, what you got to realize is it's completely okay to have an opinion. And some of the same people that write, they don't like this or say they don't like this. You put something that they like, and they like. It's an opinion thing. You meet people that said they don't like. I met you, and I met you
you're a
before
fucking
when you
idiot.
said you didn't like me. Like,
No, it wasn't.
No, not before. Sorry, after.
Right.
And we had not clear, and there was no. It's not like you came through and I was like, oh yeah.
It's on now.
Like I was
Yo,
like,
but real talk, you didn't really fuck with him though. Like I mean,
on the low key.
Yeah, like you was like fuck him.
I didn't. Of course,
On
he hadn't
low
met me yet. I would
key.
hope he would
I mean,
think
real
that.
shit.
right, on the low
So-
key, but it's not a big deal, is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be a
We
huge.
You
met-
wouldn't invite him out to get drunk and fuck bitches.
I mean, I wouldn't do that anyways because he don't. You are look at the ring. And that's,
He remembered that I was
Now I
married.
thought you were gonna go look at his outfit. I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Just look. Just
I
look.
wouldn't do that anyway.
because
I'm trying to
He cleaned it up. He was like, the ring. The ring. Yes.
Yo, fuck off, Mac. He was like this. Ring.
yeah,
That's true. No, that's sad.
But
That's a damn shame.
But I mean, but I'm just saying that everything is kosher.
So
Hunky-dory.
Can we transition to his MTV hustle that I've been
Yeah, let's get out of controversy and into the real
money making movement?
the thing. Let's promote me. Let's do this here so my single can start selling. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Let's
Like
talk
help
about
me out.
Mac Miller.
Right.
Mac
That's me.
Miller. What's his MTV hustle?
You're working on some MTV.
No. I'll help you out. Because as someone who was on MTV2 a lot and has now been replaced by a white boy. Whoa! It was Mac Miller. No, Mac has a TV show about his life, and like in our Juan Epstein interview, we talked a lot with him about his house that he lives in that's pretty crazy, and his life that he lives out there. Well, the people at MTV2 got a hold of this exciting world that he lives in, and did a whole season about
Yeah.
Mac Miller's life.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a name.
Yeah, it's Mac Miller and the Mosto Family. We did the MTV reality show, and it's cool. I was a little skeptical at first because it's a reality show, and I'm pretty private. I mean, I'm trying, I'm uncomfortable.
Try to balance stardom and privacy.
Right. So, but what I did was, the reality show is like they couldn't. My actual reality is I'm in the studio 24/7 working on music, and they can't put that as a show because that's boring.
People don't think it would be, but it actually
It's
is like,
so-
no, like people come over, we smoke weed, and then we
It's
make
like,
beats.
because this is what happened. Everyone always does this. Like, like I'll be working with someone. Oh, you guys, yeah, I'll hang out. And then they come in like, oh, the studio, yeah. Sit down, hang out. You guys smoking hot. This is tight. And it's like 3 hours later, the beat's still just
Exactly.
And then it's like, and then it's just kind of like, it turns to like, it's like your favorite rapper. You're chilling there, Jay's right there. You're sitting there like, man.
They just sit here, huh?
Like, man, Jay's boring. I'm going.
Y'all just sit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
the
you
studio
don't-
is
yeah.
not exciting.
If you don't, I mean, I love it.
No,
If you're not a studio rat,
Right.
hanging out at the studio is boring.
And this is why all my homies at the studio, if you go to a studio, bring your laptop off top.
Yep.
Get the Wi-Fi.
Get the Wi-Fi.
Immediately.
Yep.
Immediately. And have some headphones so you can leave the world real quick, and then
I would even say bring something to cuff up because there's those little 45-minute intervals where a pretty joint sitting on the couch that you can actually go sit next to
Right.
and touch,
Exactly.
and then like cuddle up real quick. You know what I mean?
Even if it's not
share
your-
a beverage, even if it's not your wife,
Just no.
or
Even if it's
share
not
a
just a woman
beverage,
to talk
just
to.
a woman to talk to.
Yes.
A studio full of dudes for 5 hours is the worst shit.
Yeah. It's nice, but see, it's all about the song you're trying to create.
Yeah,
you know?
they're making work. They're doing work.
because
We're just there.
This is the thing. Oh yeah, it's true. So like like what's in the studio is will help inspire the vibe for the song. That's a fact. And
Did Pharrell have that influence on you? Did he also talk about that? Because Pharrell loves creating the vibe in his studio.
No, the vibe is great. Whenever I go to Miami to work with Pharrell, he's got he works at the studio. Actually, I don't even.
You see that stunt he just
don't
did
say
it?
it. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Did you see
But
the
it's-
stunt he just pulled though?
So
again?
far, we got Pasta Noose, Nas.
But no, the way he said it was the
Pharrell.
stunt. He said, "Whenever I go
Whenever
to
I go to
Miami
Miami
to work
to-
with Pharrell,
You know,
like it might happen at any
These
moment."
are just facts of my
Facts
life.
of life.
Hashtag facts.
But I'm just saying it's different. I work in this dark cave. That's like how my vibe is like. No windows, weird red lights, and like weird religious statues and like creepy things that people walk in. They're like, wow, I didn't realize.
You're a weirdo.
I didn't realize how messed up you are, whatever. But no, and then I go to Miami and it's like sunny, like pool right outside, like very.
It's different.
A lot of natural light.
Real quick aside, so I interviewed Pharrell the other day and we talked a lot about stuff, and Asher Roth came up. So Asher's boy Boyder tipped me this week and he's like, yo, I was watching the interview. You were talking about the setting that's Pharrell sets. He was like, when we were in the studio with Pharrell, out of the blue, he just said, he just picks up the phone, calls Pitbull, and Pitbull sends over 2 white Cuban chicks that came and were the two. He said two. Boyder does well with ladies. 2 of the hottest women he's ever seen, to the point that it went from being atmosphere to just being an utter distraction. Like they weren't even able to work.
Damn.
He was like,
Just
yo,
made the
Pit,
call.
No, it's all
I
about.
need 2.
It's all about. This one time we were in the studio working, and Pharrell was like, "Yo," he was like, "Yo, light some weed." I was like, "Oh, you about to smoke?" He was like, "Nah,
Nah,
it's
you
just-
are."
just for the vibe." I was like, "All right, cool. Like, all right. Don't gotta tell me twice." Shit.
Yo, so Miami's a place you frequent.
Not okay. So basically, what happened was is that the Pink Slime was like with Pharrell was the next move for a while.
Right.
So I was going down there, we were working, and I just realized that like it wasn't time to do that yet. The Pharrell project, like before, like I take my brand and mix it with Pharrell. Like I want to like solidify what my brand is
Smart.
first.
Very smart.
So I want to do my.
Well,
album
did you think your
first.
brand changed too? Like, do you think the brand that you ended up having and the people that you saw at your shows was slightly different than you originally envisioned when you started?
I think that the whole brand thing in general is kind of confusing because I guess you do have the power to change it, but or the power to say what it is, but I don't know. It's a weird idea.
Think of yourself as a brand, an entity.
right? And to be like, okay, like what do I represent? You know what I'm saying?
You can't do certain things because
Right.
it might mess up the brand.
Exactly. It's like why it's too confusing for me. So I definitely went through a few different ones, and it's always like one pops off. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you have like if you listen to old stuff, my brand used to be angry white rapper on Alchemist Preem. yeah, like that was
Rappity rap.
right? Rappity rap.
Well,
And
you
that
love
was-
rap. That's how
right.
everyone starts because you love rap.
Right, and if you don't go through that phase, I think you that's kind of weird. But
If you want to
That's a
rap,
part of
right.
growing up in the game, fam.
If you wanna
If
rap-
you want to rap, like you gotta have your phase where you're just straight, like nasty underground rapper who doesn't
Lyrical
shout.
miracles.
Like,
You gotta end with lyrical.
miracles.
Spherical.
Exactly.
Have to.
So and then you get the brand, like I said, of like, hey, Mac Miller, he's a nice white guy who drinks beer.
Yep.
And then that brand,
That brand, of course. That one.
for
For some reason, that brand is out of here.
yes.
And everyone celebrates that we
Right.
found it.
But it's okay. It's okay. That's.
But at first, were you okay with it, or were you
fine.
kind of a little? Were you like, did you have to embrace
Well,
it?
You
but it was-
you gotta understand. I'm 18 years old. I'm just excited. I was like people like me. They really like me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm torn. That's cool. Like I have no regrets. Like okay, that was a great time. A lot of great music came. Whatever. Obviously, most people didn't you didn't listen to everything I did. I don't hate you for it. I don't hate anyone for it. That's fine. Like,
I listened to the ones that I thought were for me.
right.
I got the ones that I
But
liked.
that's the thing, is that what people don't understand is there were people, because I just came out with SDS as a single. And that's the thing, is that if you look at the singles for last album,
Peepers transitions.
you know what I'm
Peepers
saying?
transitions.
I'll see. No, he's nice. He's nice.
Hey, I'm smooth.
Yeah,
bro.
he's
This
getting
is-
smooth with
I'm a
this.
young vet in the game. This is what I do.
Smooth.
Iller, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
look, so no, check it out.
It's too real.
Frick Park Market, Party on Fifth Ave, Smile Back, great songs. You know what I'm saying? However, it's like those singles. SDS, completely different song. People are like, I've never heard Mac Miller like this. Like, this is crazy. I'm getting better, of course. Everyone gets better as they grow, I hope. And that's, if not, then
Beat it.
that sucks. But I'm saying, if you listen to everything, that's not
It's
Mac
a
Miller.
logical progression.
Right, that's
It
that
is
makes
logical.
sense.
I agree.
It's just-
I've had this conversation about you a lot, for the
Right.
record. So a lot of people, I'll bring you up, and I will get the quick I'm not a 17-year-old white girl. Not
Yeah.
like they don't like you.
Right.
They're just like, I'm not a 17-year-old white girl. I'm not into Mac Miller.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you ever peep the Primo joint? Like,
Right.
Mac had a lot of joints that I played that were really pretty good.
Right.
And then I've also gotten to hear some of the other stuff you've been doing. So I knew you were going to come and surprise people.
Right.
With the direction you've been heading.
Who played you?
Vince
Oh, yeah,
Vince
okay,
and Corey
yeah.
Smith played me a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then
That's right.
I talked with Earl about you.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
just been keeping my eye on the situation.
Yes,
I'll never
yes.
go to sleep.
I know.
And then so when I heard the SDS record, I wasn't surprised at all. And I
Right.
was like, to me, it's the cool thing is, who did you produce it? You produced it, right?
No, Flying Lotus.
Flying Lotus did it. That's right. But it sounds super Mad Lib to me.
Right.
It feels like, and that doesn't surprise me knowing
Which
the
is
zone you're in.
awesome.
Which is
awesome.
I know, you're like,
Sweet.
what? That sounds
Duh,
like Mad Lib?
like-
Yo, he's like,
Fucking
right.
Yeah,
bro.
like,
Don't sound like Mad Lib.
bro, I remember because I dropped the single, right? And look, this is the thing is like, I'm not a 17-year-old white girl. I don't like Mac Miller, there's a lot of 18-year-old white girls, obviously,
And 19. And 19.
Right,
Chill.
right, right.
Chill.
Relax.
Yeah, they're of age too.
Right,
Chill.
relax. Okay, no, but the awesome thing is I put out that single, and a person like Ninth Wonder, right? Ninth's been my homie for the longest, and and I put out that record, and this man lost it. Ninth went crazy. He was tweeting hashtag somebody better fucking do something. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. He's texting me is this what your album's about to be like? I'm so geeked. You know what I'm saying? And I think for someone like Ninth who's known me for so long, he's just happy that I finally kind of put it all together properly. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no problem with fun records. There's no problem with that. Everyone needs to have fun. And I'm saying, people came, it's fun, but it's how do you make a sick fun record?
It's hard. That's what gets hard.
So
Right.
SDS is the single. Which
What's it stand for?
SDS stands for?
Somebody do something, which
Somebody
better.
is
I like
deep
it.
and prolific in its own right.
I like it.
hot.
So, how many times have you been the first white guy that a black girl ever had sex with? Or at least she said.
Well, I was just in a relationship for 4 years.
Oh, you're out now.
No. Relationships are rough.
So it's uncomfortable for you because obviously you were in a 4-year relationship with somebody you really loved.
Yes,
And so transitioning out of that, you're how old now?
21.
So that was fucking child, high school sweetheart
Right,
type
right,
shit.
right. But-
That's real shit.
It's not, and it's just, you know how it is. It's never actually over.
Because
Like,
that's, I mean, y'all came up together.
that's your shorty
beautiful.
walk. Listen,
Yo,
I've been through it.
On some grown man shit, I'm an old ass man, man. Don't ever feel uncomfortable. Like, you know how dudes try to make you feel like, oh, you got girl. And yo, fam, unless you're not into girls or whatever you're into, there's nothing wrong.
This applies to you. Listen
Yeah,
up.
no, you know, there's nothing wrong with being in love with someone and having feelings, or struggling to get through a relationship, or being a rapper who's got mad loot and chicks and being like, nah, I don't want all those chicks. Like, I want to be in a There's nothing wrong with
Says
any of that.
Ebro, as he's in the process
I'm a
of
dirtbag.
dumping a girl.
I didn't dump her. She dumped me.
Dumping a girl
She dumped
because he's
me.
popping off on
No,
reality
that
TV.
has nothing- she doesn't. Has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that my schedule is a fucking ridiculous schedule.
Hey.
I'm tired at night, and she doesn't get the attention that she wants. She wants to beef. I don't have time for your beef. Either ride or not, and she picked or not.
I met your girl one time. I've known you for 6 years. You're an asshole. I'm going with her. End of conversation. So I hope it all works out. Listen.
Wait, can we? Okay, we had this little nice step aside to love and thank. I hope everyone
Love and
learns-
hip hop. This
learns
is
something
love and hip
about
hop.
it.
You want to be love and
right,
hip hop?
for sure. We
Love
right,
and hip hop.
But
the new single is a great.
No, see, you're falling off now. Earlier you were smooth. Now you did the direct rap.
I know.
Yo, but I'm gonna tell you something. You know how motherfuckers end up liking your music and listening to your music when they know the real person behind that shit.
Right. And
especially, look, chicks love to come to your concert. They smoking weed. Motherfuckers is hanging out. The weed's going around. They partying all
is what
day.
happens.
It's great.
This
It's
is
great.
you're
I've
getting
been to your
us-
shows before. I know what it is. I know that. I walk through the whole shit. Everyone's getting high.
Right.
White girls, people. You might trip and stumble into some pussy. Just yep, some top, all of that.
Something like
right?
that.
Just
It
cuz.
happens. But it goes next level now when people actually get to learn. Like they get to learn like about the person.
And this is my whole thing about you know, it's like, well, there's a difference between becoming successful and then like there's a whole community of people, or you like, do they like you, you can't, don't worry about it, because when you're coming up, right, and you're starting and no one knows who you are, there's two ways to do it. You can just put out music and wait for people to come to you, or you can shove it down their throats and try and force them to, you know, like you can spam them. Like if I'm a random rapper and I'm coming and I'm like, yo, come on, let me spit a 16, please. You on the radio, bro? You can put me on. Let me spit. It's not gonna work.
It's like you're talking to me.
But
Yeah, I know those guys
very well. And it's the same thing applies in every form of the situation. You just gotta lay back and know what you're doing, know what your plan is, understand that no one else is gonna understand it, and that's okay, and wait for people to.
Well, here's the thing. So
what's up.
two things I want to get to. One is that's one of the reasons I hit you up, like probably a couple months ago, the first time I hit you up after I heard your music.
Yeah.
And I was like,
But he was already like, fuck you, by the way.
yeah, he was like, fuck, no, we chatted, but he
No,
didn't
he
get a
was definitely, he's not saying he's a nice guy. What I've learned about Mac Miller is he's a really nice guy, and he would never say, yo, fam, fuck you. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, already did.
We were only beef for like 2 days
Yeah,
out
it
of
was
the
only 2
3
day
years that I've known him.
But
you didn't know him. You met him, and
it's
the
the start.
first thing you did was tell him that you didn't like him.
No.
So
He told-
that you meet people.
Who wants to know you after that?
I have to like everyone from the second I meet them.
No, you don't have to like him.
Okay.
You just met him. Give it an opportunity.
So
Maybe
you're
even
saying
say-
every artist that we
No,
judge as
no,
musicians, I have
no,
to meet them,
no,
decide if they're nice people,
that's
and
not
then
what
talk.
I'm saying. But you then followed up like, yo, I'm really into your stuff. After hearing your stuff, he's already like, yo, fuck you, fam. You
I didn't do
even
that
give me
either. There was a
chance off
middle.
top.
It was a middle ground.
No, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is how it all happened.
God, Ebro, what the fuck, man? We already talked about this year. Like you realize that I've talked to him semi-regularly
But
over the last 3
I
years.
watched. He does not fuck with you.
No.
What-
Peter's the homie.
Why are you saying this? Like, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You're making me feel real bad.
I see it. I see it.
No, all that.
I was about to get to something good too, but continue.
All that happened is that we saw each other backstage, and you came up and we're like, hey, I'm a grown man. I shouldn't be on Twitter talking down about it. 18-year-old kid trying to do something with his life.
Yo, what kind of shit?
But I
I know,
said
but
that.
he said that.
If I said that, go
And I
fuck
said-
yourself. I already said it.
And I said, that's respectable. And if you want to be cool, you gotta let me, have sex with every girl you ever had sex with.
And I was like, that'll only take 5 minutes. All right, so here's what I'm gonna say though. So when I reached out to you recently, when I reached out to Mac recently, was because I'd heard the music, right?
Right.
And comparison is not because you're white whatsoever, only because of artists that I know.
That's racist.
So Asher, but I was around when Asher was trying to figure out for his second album where he was wanting to go at the beginning,
Right.
which now is a question mark for a lot of people, obviously.
Right.
But I knew that there's inherent complications when one blows up in one way, and then I heard musically where he's going, which is to his heart. Like he's really, not that you weren't before, but you're doing you right now.
Right.
So I just wanted to offer assistance. 'Cause I'm like, I can see he's going for that shit right now.
And it's exciting.
Fuck your assistance,
I hear
fam.
you.
I got here without you.
So that doesn't mean that you should ever want to have support from someone.
But no, but he said what happened is he
Fucking God.
he
Sorry.
So there's a dude named Vince Staples, right? And I'm doing a
And he's sick.
and he's very sick, and I'm doing a EP
Sick as a rapper.
Right.
The way you said that was like matter of fact, not good.
Might not make it through the night.
Yeah, like that's what it sounded like, right?
Sorry, Vince. R.I.P.
No,
He's very sick. Whatever you came down with, brother, we hit you.
He's a dope rapper, yes.
No. But so no, we're doing a EP together, and I did the beats, and he's doing the raps, and Peter had heard it, and he told me that he's gonna support it, and
I just said I was very impressed with the beats. I told him right when I came in. I said you're gonna be surprised when you hear Mac's beats.
The people that have reached out, because I'm real self-conscious about my beats, because I'm just starting out as a, like getting it out there. But people don't know is that I've had beats on pretty much every single project I did, but just like one, and they weren't all the way there. But now I've been making beats for real, and the people that have reached out and told me that they like really are impressed by my production is crazy. Like Alchemist freaks out over my beats like all the time, which is sick. Like, I'm not sorry, that's name dropping.
Name dropping again, but
My
it's
fault.
dope. No,
But
it's
it's
cool.
tight.
Did you watch
Nas,
Drop those names.
Costumes,
You're like worse than the game right now, man.
Right.
Like a game song.
I'm a walking game song. Shout out to
Shout
for
out to
one
Game.
time. Shout out to
The
Game
Game. He come through too?
because we were in France and we were partying. Me and the Game were partying in France. So it's good.
It'll keep going.
I'm
He's got
real.
more.
I'm out here
You-
for real.
During these streets. Did you hear when I asked Earl about you?
Yeah, I saw that. He said, and he came with the.
Yo. He just did the same thing. He just did the
Yo,
same thing.
you saw when I was with
he
Earl.
He said, no, but it's everything that's going on right now is really sick. There's like a little renaissance being put together out around our parts with everyone, like with your brain feeder. If you don't know about you gotta listen to like. They got some people that are from New York too on Brain Feeder. That's Flying Lotus's label.
Okay.
There's like Brain Feeder and TDE and OF and us and just all these people that are making music, whatever. So everyone knows each other's music. You know what I'm saying? And it's very exciting.
He
said Mac's a little sample heavy right now.
No, I love that though.
Damo came and was like, well, actually, the beat that he just made for me. That was sick. Didn't have a sample.
But Earl also gave you credit. So he's pretty dope. But I just love that he had no filter at all.
Earl
Like he was like, he's good. He's a little sample heavy right now. He just gave you sincere critique
It's very
out
just
loud.
like, yeah.
Very matter of fact.
Which is true. I do love this, because I mean,
be sample heavy.
Yeah, sample heavy.
I
Sick.
love sample.
I like.
Yo, if you want to diss Earl, that's why we go in right now and get Earl and Damo.
Right.
Fuck them. Go in.
Yeah, no.
Fuck Macklemore, fuck Earl, fuck Damo. We doing
Who else we got?
But basically,
I gotta go for MGK. He's gotta get some too.
Where's
MGK?
Where's MGK at?
Where you at?
What if he just walked in the door? Oh,
He's
what's up,
like,
guys?
I'm here.
I'm here. Is everyone cool? But basically, the exciting thing right now is that if the records I'm doing right now are like pop on some other level, because what I decided when I made this record is that, look, let me just remove myself from everything, chill out for about 8 months. I haven't really been out there other than this MTV show and like a couple things that
Can't turn down.
to
Add to take.
to stay relevant, because I'm not trying to be to stay relevant
And the commas were in the right place.
Yeah,
Right,
commas were good.
and everything's good. Like I got money. I'm not trying to pay off anything. I'm good. And so I was like, I'm gonna take a lot of time, and I'm really gonna focus on just making some ill music, and just that's what I'm gonna do. And so if this is what pops on that level, like more than the last one, would be crazy.
That is where the opportunity, particularly for a white rapper, to do really good for hip hop can happen, because you're able to grab a lot of ears and make really dope progressive music.
Right.
That's always great.
What most people miss in the trajectory of a career in music, I'll go as far as to say like hip hop, rock, and even country, is the songs that stay around the longest are usually songs that were not this kind of, I guess, trying to be mainstream thing, right? It's songs that have some sort of meaning to it, or some sort of personal connection to your brand, or some sort of truest element to it. Those are the songs that you think about. Hove songs that you really love, Jay-Z songs, they're not, I mean, Empire State of Mind, we know it's huge, but that's not what's gonna come on when you think about a Hove song. Or even Eminem, right? As big as he's had radio records, Rihanna this and that and whatever, you're gonna play
Jay's biggest records are not. I mean, you have Give It To Me, you have Pink Pimpin', but not really.
When you're talking about M, I'm not playing Lose Yours. That's not gonna be my joint that I'm playing. Like, but you know, I also like am a fan of like Infinite and like all that old stuff, but I'm not gonna be that dude that's like, oh, you know,
I only listen to Infinite.
But like, but you know, but
I mean, those aren't the ones that, you know, the ones that connect to your spirit and your you know what I mean, and your emotion are generally ones that weren't just some big radio tune.
Exactly. This is the quote. Like this is how the best things are created. I figured it out. When true genius and true like and the best stuff is like when you decide that you're confident and you're good and you make something and put it out there that you're not thinking about is who's gonna like it, are these fans gonna like it. When you make it 100% for yourself, which is hard to do in this game right now because you got it's difficult.
Well, it's easy when no one cares.
Right.
It's hard when people care.
So
salaries are paid, things are happening, families are taken care of.
When you have a lot of people that you know are living whatever. But the thing is that when you just make something and say this is for me, I'm for me, and then you don't care if it translates or if people get it, and then everyone loves it. That's how the best stuff is definitely made. It's like,
that's when it's that special to artists and to the fans. You know what I'm saying? When you hear rappers reaching to find their singles, well, we're gonna try to. It never.
Right.
So the caption of this video when it goes out will be Mac Miller talks relationships and fuck Macklemore.
That's horrible.
Thank you. Thanks, bro.
And I like Eminem early shit.
And I only
listen to Infinite.
That's horrible.
We won't do that. We won't do that.
I thought y'all were my friends. Fuck this shit. Fuck this. No new friends. No new friends. No new friends. No new friends. No new friends.